And ladies and gentlemen, the Champions Corner podcast is on your screen live and direct. We got a lot to talk about today, folks. I'm a little mad at Jey Uso. Well, I don't know if I'm mad at Jey Uso. I'm just mad at how he's booked. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about AEW, the new championship they got. Is it too many titles? Of course it is, but we're going to fully discuss it. And a few more subjects we got because we're trying to see if WWE is still hot. It's still on fire. We're trying to go and discuss that because Triple H's gonna say it either way, but we're gonna give you the real on this show. So welcome on in. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button while you're right here. Thank you for being here. And hit us up on all social platforms. I am your host, Ron G. Mr. Highlights. How you doing? How you doing? And I'm here, the professor, Mr. BJ. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hi. Doing well? Can't wait to get into it. Can't wait to hear what your beef with Jey Uso is right now.
Oh, well, let's go ahead and start with that, my brother. Man, this man has been saying for weeks and going back and forth with his brother Jimmy about why you helping this guy? Why you helping that guy, Jimmy? And then he goes to Saturday main event by himself. He out there alone, slogs through that. That wasn't. It was a good straight match, but I got mad at Jey Uso because you missing up certain moves from CM Punk, and you got the GTS. I don't know how many times. I mean, you could have blocked it a number of times. I don't know. It's certain things I thought Jay could have done. And people are already talking about how sluggish you are, and you got Xavier Woods talking about you got baby lungs, and
Oh, wow.
and so come on, I just want you to represent for and give me a legit reason you should be in that spot. And on Saturday's main event, I don't think he did that. But then we come to Monday Night Raw, and he helps CM Punk against the Vision. Of all these weeks, he talking about not helping nobody. It's just me, Oos. I don't need you, Jimmy. I'm gonna eliminate you too. But then you go and help CM Punk against the Vision.
Okay.
If you continuing with your speak and what you believe in right now, you would have did what Logan Paul did at the end of Raw.
What,
But no, you want to, huh? Not join the Vision.
Join the
Not
Vision?
that part, but I'm just saying, knock out CM Punk or walk away from the situation. I ain't helping nobody. This ain't getting me the World Heavyweight Championship. I just lost. But now I'm gonna help CM Punk. Maybe something will happen at Survivor Series for to continue to develop this new side of him. But he didn't show any of that this past Raw.
I'm about to say, is there a new side of him, or did his story just get strapped? Can I just say to that point? I think that's the thing about it. Jay, we didn't talk about Saturday night's main event or get a chance to discuss it, but it was talked about this past Sunday. Check out this show. It's currently on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's on.
One of the things I had Jey Uso winning, and when Jey Uso lost and CM Punk won, I was like, you know what? WWE creative, they don't believe in Jey Uso enough. They gave the man a title, main event Jey Uso, but he wasn't even the main event. And when he won the world title at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
They didn't believe in him then. They didn't give him a great story. Then when he was the world champion, his stories were kind of whatever. But in the end of it, they really kind of took the title off of him so that Gunther could challenge Goldberg. Maybe I hate to say that that's the reason, but could
like
be. And then what was worse? They decided to come out with a show called Unreal, where it was decided to keep in the part where the Triple H is like, I don't know if he's conditioned. You kind of wind it when you get to the ring, totally killing the mystique and the illusion of Jey Uso. I don't know. I never thought that about him, but when that clip came out, it's like, yeah, he can't. He's gassed. Look at him. He's gassed. He's not conditioned. And I get he's not a young guy. He's been in this for a long time. And now here we are. And another point where Jey Uso can make a definitive mark on his character, instead of him doing a heel turn and him turning bad and winning the world title and becoming the top heel in the company, which, by the way, who is the top heel in the company? They decided to let Jey Uso lose. And I guess he's a face again. It's like, at no point did they ever really say, you know what, Jey, you're that guy. We all believe he was that guy because the crowd was yeeting with him, but they never really gave him the baton.
And I can't totally blame them because when they tell you they're gonna put the rocket on you, it's on you to deliver in those moments that are crucial. And as much as I love Jey Uso, I'm always love Jey Uso. In a lot of those promos, it's just if he forget his, it's like he forget his what he's supposed to say, or he too tired and winded, and he relies on the yeet, the four letters, one word,
Yeet.
yeet. You know what I'm saying? He relies on that heavily, and that's what I was upset about, and that's why I was looking forward to a character change because I feel like he have more to say, more of a dialogue. I've said this before. When I thought it was happening, but not like I said with this past Raw, yeah, Paul Heyman talked to him in the back, giving us some intrigue on him having his own vision or whatever like that. But then the end of Raw, he just helped him Punk and fighting against the vision. And like I said, it just showed me. It seems like they're giving up on what they could do with him just because and the match on Saturday's main event didn't help him at all. I don't think because, like I said, when they give this moment, they expect you to deliver on the mic, deliver in the ring, and the person that's doing that who won the World Heavyweight Championship on Saturday, this past Saturday.
Yeah,
and that's CM Punk.
No, we'll talk about Punk in a second. I don't know.
Huh?
Punk's not really doing it for me either. Punk's kind of boring. Punk is a boring individual, and he needs something to fight against. Because I am so tired of this whole "I'm just happy to be here" Punk. Like,
yeah. I mean, I feel like he's having a good blood. He was having a good blood feud with Seth Rollins until he got injured, and he's just going back and forth with the division right now. So he kind of just needs that good opponent so he can rock with. And him and Jey Uso was cool, but even though Jay was talking about screw you Punk last Raw before he fought him at Saturday Night's main event, but that wasn't Punk knew that was like we're just going for the title, and he trying to boast up, man. He trying to sack himself into this match. So I'm not taking this serious. And then he beat him. So it wasn't a need to take it serious. And so he needs another opponent to kind of get that drive in him.
Someone besides Jey Uso?
Yeah. And maybe
I know.
A lot of people probably say, oh, that should have been LA Knight. That's why LA Knight should have been in there. And
listen, man, that's the other thing I had a problem with is the fact he already beat Jey Uso to get that title shot. Now it's like, dude, he already did this. Then he do it again, and it's like, well, what was the point of that? Really, what was the point of it in the end? Especially if Jey Uso didn't turn heel. Like, it really could have been LA Knight if that was the case.
It could have been because if Jey Uso was going to lose, he should have pulled a Samoa Joe on what Samoa did to Hangman after he lost at the last pay-per-view. He still knocked Hangman out or beat him down. That should have been the turning moment for Jey Uso. It shouldn't have been Jey Uso outside just looking up at Punk. Punk should have been knocked out looking up at him. Even though Jey lost, Jey shouldn't have let him get that moment. And then we'll say, oh, okay, wow, okay, this is going to be interesting to see where Jey going. Where's this going to lead on the next Raw?
I get you.
But no, it led to Jey just going and sit back. Okay, I'm go back on what I've been saying for the past few weeks. So I'm just going to help out Punk and get the vision and try to get the vision out of here. And then we left with another tag match on a same repeat ending of Raw. It's the Jey Uso of Raw. This is what Triple H does. You do the repeat. Oh, just run it back again with the vision. That's what he does. And so, it seemed like it's not even about the match a lot of times. It's about maybe what happens after it, like Logan Paul turning on CM Punk, hit him with the nuts. And let's go on to Logan Paul.
Yeah, why is he part of this?
Right. I mean, Logan Paul came out there. Well, Punk came out there, celebrate and talk about who he wants to fight. And he mentioned some, names that we didn't think he would mention, like a JD McDonough, a Finn Balor. Maybe we thought of AJ Styles, but that's still a name. He's in the tag team division, so we didn't, think he would just talk about him. But those are some people we would actually want him to see CM Punk fight.
He's
Just
doing
at
that.
least see the match.
He's doing the Bret Hart thing. Bret Hart in a WCW promo. I think it was the U.S. champion, and Gene Okerlund asked him, "Who do you want to wrestle?" And he said, "I don't know, a couple guys in El Dandy." And Gene Okerlund, like, El Dandy. He was like, "Yeah, El Dandy." That's exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like that, man. But like, see, they're not top tier names, but it's still. Hey, yeah, I do want to see Finn Balor getting back in the title picture. We've been talking about that for a minute.
yeah.
And
JD
him and AJ
McDonough.
Styles, of course.
JD McDonough. Come on.
JD, yeah, I see what you're saying, JD McDonough. But I mean, we all know JD McDonough is spectacular in the ring. He sells well, and
Wow.
his character is just not up there. It's just nowhere near there right now. He's a tag team guy. Maybe it'd be Intercontinental, maybe.
I tell you,
But he's still below that. So, but we still know the talent of JD McDonough. So I still just wasn't too mad about it. That's why I was like, okay. But then, so then comes Logan Paul, and nobody's happy about that. Nobody ever wants to see Logan Paul. Everybody's booing, and Logan Paul is kind of, doing what he does, tearing down the crowd and saying, "You mad? I did this. You mad? I beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania. I deserve this shot. No matter if I've been here or not, I deserve this shot. I've been in great big moments, so I deserve a shot." And everybody saying, "Bro, no." Even Punk saying all these names, anybody but you, bro. Anybody but you. But then, here comes the Vision. And, Punk is just ready to fight. And so Punk telling Logan Paul either nut up and get up and fight these guys with me, or get out my ring, bro. I don't want to see you anyway. So make a decision right now. We ain't got a lot of time. So Logan Paul leaves. And then tries to leave, but Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, they going after anybody. They don't care you heel or face or whoever you are. You in their way, we pushing you down, beating you down, that's what we do on Raw. We running Raw. And we coming at the World Heavyweight Championship. So you in my way. They pushed Logan Paul. Then they went to beat up CM Punk. Logan Paul trying to figure it out. And the fans didn't even go with this. And by the way, he debating on if he's gonna get in there. He does it, but the fans don't cheer like that because
they're not gonna cheer for him as a face. They're not gonna ever go for him as a face.
Right. He tried that when he first got there. Didn't work. Stern heel. He's in his correct position, and people still don't like him. And no matter if he did this or not. But the thing is, he actually fought the Vision and got beat down and got a tsunami. And so that leads to the end of the show when Punk is trying to fight them again and then Logan Paul gets in there and he got the nuts, like, oh, he ready to fight. But then he knocks out CM Punk and stares down Paul Heyman in the Vision and hands him the nuts. And so pretty much to me, in my eyes, he joining them for a Survivor Series. A lot of people think, oh, is he joining the Vision? Is he joining the Vision? No. Look what time it is. Look at what time it is, bro. Time of year. It's Survivor Series, War Games, alignment.
Nothing more. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing more than nothing less. But why give him a tsunami at the beginning of the show? I get you trying to swerve, but I just didn't like how that played out.
All right, so in the end of it, you just felt like it was just kind of a waste of time. You just kind of we could have just gotten to that point without all that in the beginning, the unnecessary drama.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's fair because that is kind of unnecessary drama, especially if you know how it was going to go in the end. Because, well, just go ahead and have them come out there and join and just get straight to the point.
Right. And if you want to do something to lead up to that, you could do something backstage of, like them walking into it, they kind of bump, but you ain't got to give them a whole tsunami and a suplex from Braun Breaker. That made it seem like, oh, they be just beating everybody down, but now you're going to align with them right after that.
Yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying. Especially if there's no real payoff for it. That is kind of the downside of it. Well, see, I don't know. That's why I'm not too big in the whole segment anyway. It's going to be interesting main event scene. Luckily, Punk is more than likely going to be in the elimination. I mean, not elimination chamber. What's this thing called? The War Games match. So because of that, you don't have to worry about his first opponent then. Because I was wondering, who is Punk's first opponent going to be?
I thought they, like I say, is some of the names he mentioned, or I mean, Logan Paul came out there. So,
oh my God, we're not doing that.
That's what I can see, right? Other than if it's not there, it's Braun. It's either somebody from the division, most likely Braun Breaker, or LA Knight, who everybody been wanting to get that shot.
Yeah, I know.
So it's some options, not the most intriguing unless they just somehow just heat it up. But I don't.
This
This
is
is
why
what we
Jay should have
get,
won.
huh?
Well, I'm gonna say this is why Jay should have won. It's just you needed a heel to win that title.
Yeah, because like you said on the other show, like a previous show, Punk should have had a bigger moment.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah, it didn't even
I
feel like a
think
big moment. No,
yeah, Saturday Night Main didn't feel like a big moment. They didn't even add a lot of stuff to that show like they usually do for Saturday Night's Main Event.
like
They
commercials.
well that and they didn't have Jesse Ventura. They didn't do the old school stuff as much.
No, this was
Um,
like really just kind of. It felt like a small version of Raw or
yeah,
SmackDown.
or it's like a televised house show
Yeah,
almost, and then Punk just won the title. Um, so it should have been more heated up. I think everything they said about Punk, like Michael Cole and Wade Barrett, uh, that was meant for a bigger moment. Maybe for WrestleMania, if he would have won it off of Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Um, but no, they had to say it early, and because Seth Rollins went down,
yeah. The
and they
injury
wanted to
really
give it to
set
CM
things.
Punk.
Yeah, it's
That
still they still could have waited on the Punk thing. I get the Seth Rollins kind of threw things off, but you still could have waited on the Punk thing.
yeah, like I said, either Jay could have won it or LA Knight. Jay was in a position, and like I said, it made sense because he's supposed to be listening to Roman Reigns and following his advice, even though Roman Reigns doing his own thing. Listen to his advice because he was champion for freaking 4 or 5 years. So
Yeah,
of course, why would I listen to it if I'm going for a championship? That's the kind of advice from my cousin from the family I want to listen to. And so,
because of how he did it. Like, come on. I was just watching the Bloodline story again last night because it's
mhm,
on YouTube.
uh-huh,
They updated it for the full 4 hour version. That's truly fun. It ends on the Solo versus Roman net debut on Netflix.
mhm,
That's where it ends. So I went back and watched some of it because it's 4 hours. I didn't watch all of it. Watching that thing
yeah,
again, it's like, dude, he was kind of gaslighting Jay a lot. It's like he was
yeah,
that Jay won the world title bout. And Jay was like, look, that man, I'm making the family proud too. Roman beat him down on his go home SmackDown, told him just take the loss, take the paycheck and go home. Even during the match, he ended up beating the crap. I think it was out of Jimmy. I think that's the one where he beat Jimmy, calls him to do I quit. I think that was the same match. That was a cage match. Either way,
yeah. I
Roman
quit that.
had a way of
That's I
doing
quit match.
things, and him telling Jay how to do those things, I can see why it's conflicting Jimmy, especially. It's like, dude, let's just remember how Roman got to where he got to. And Jimmy's like, you ain't got to do that to me. Let me get ahead of it
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, yeah.
But okay, that's what you're
He,
saying.
yeah, but I think Jimmy conflicted too because, like I said, Jimmy was the one on Roman's side trying to get everybody back together with him. So I still don't see the way how he's thinking about the situation. But I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm trying to see where Jay goes. Like I said, just this Raw just threw me off with his character from where it's going. So I don't know, but I'm trying to because the storylines either way with WWE is kind of it's a slow time. It's a slow time. I
Mm.
mean, I think so because I think Survivor Series is the weakest of the big four or big five, or if you want to count Money in the Bank in those big
Oh no,
matches.
you got to count WrestlePalooza. That's another one
No, we are
now.
not because
That's the
they
big one though.
if it was gonna count, they should have did a bit better job with that show.
Well, it was short notice.
Nah, anyway, like I said, I count WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank. Not in that order, but
That's
but those
fair.
are the big 4 or 5 if you want to count it. And Survivor Series kind of the weakest for me, and right now it's a weak season because a lot of things aren't that interesting right now, and it's showing in attendance and not necessarily ratings or whatever, but maybe showing who's watching the PLEs right now.
Yeah. SmackDown did record some of the lowest ratings this past week. Was this a special SmackDown?
It's the Halloween SmackDown, and
Okay.
that's probably why people was out trick or treating.
Could be a reason. Yeah. Could be a reason people are out trick or treating. But it does come to the point. Is this the
A party.
we always talk about WWE, is it on fire? It's on fire.
It's on
Triple H on
fire.
fire. I don't know if you heard. But WWE, it's on fire.
I like saying it. I don't know. It's just funny. He always say it, but go ahead.
Well, I don't know. Is the fire still there, or has it kind of tempered down a little bit? I would listen. My personal opinion, I feel like ever since WrestleMania, Cody and Cena, where you didn't have The Rock show up, you had a Travis Scott ending. It's kind of just been a struggle since that point for, I don't know, storylines and interest to keep intrigue, because like we're holding off for something, and then it's like it just I don't know. I feel like none of these stories are really captivating, and whatever is captivating isn't having strong payoffs, especially with injuries, because they're not helping. How long we got to wait for Bianca to come back? Gunther is still out.
Mm-hmm.
Seth is now out, and it's like during this time period, we're not getting any new developing stars. We're kind of getting the same rotation of people. And it's like, this would be a good time to kind of start developing new people or making someone feel credible as opposed to just making them feel like another Mia Yim.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they're trying. I mean, they're trying to do that with the Vision and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. More so Braun Breaker. Let me say that. So they're trying to do it, and they giving these people these titles like Stephanie Vicaire. They putting the titles on early.
Oh,
and her and Julia on the SmackDown.
I kind of felt like they were Julia. I'm questioning, but Stephanie, dude, it was almost like they just couldn't wait to put her on the main roster.
Yeah, and
Julia, I'm kind of oof. I don't know what they're doing with Julia.
Julia's great in the ring, but she's got somebody with her that's supposed to be talking for her, but it just not totally working.
It's not resonating with anything.
Yeah,
it is not helping really, Julia.
Nah,
I don't think she needs it. And speaking of which, the person who's with her, what's her name? Katana James?
No, Kiana James.
Kiana James. I feel like her personality and her mannerisms fit better with Tiffany.
Yeah.
Those two should be a team or a group or something. Because it just seems weird.
About that. Yeah, they could be like, and Tiffany should be a heel either way. That's what a lot of us on this show been saying. And so both of them team up, mean girl type of thing. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
Exactly. I feel like they'd be a proper tag. They can take the tag titles off of Charlotte and Alexa, and that way they could be free to go into the title picture for these Intercontinental US. Yeah. Preferably the US because Julia needs it.
Yeah. I think Julia could do on her. She could talk well enough. And if anything else, she could, speak Japanese and have subtitles like Shinsuke or like Io Sky does, but just be a heel about it.
I think her English
as far as the Io Sky, she's like the evil version of Io Sky. I hate saying it like that because I know they're both Japanese, but I mean it's just the opposite versions of each other on these opposite shows.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, but she can showcase herself. She don't need Kiana James. Yeah, I like that. Kiana James and Tiffany Stratton together because it's a lack of good heels.
Yeah,
and that's why I like that Jade is kind of turned, and now she's champ. And I know I don't want to talk about it too long because I feel like we talked about her a lot, Mr. Player. If you watching, what's up, man? He give her all the praise in the world, and like I said, she deserves it. She did a great job on Saturday. So I just hope she has a good title reign, and I hope Bianca comes and they fight. Sooner or later. I just wait for Bianca to come back either way.
They made Jade what she's supposed to be. She's just supposed to be like a smash 'em type wrestler.
Yeah.
That's what AEW did with her. And you know what? The problem with AEW is they just kept her in a certain card level.
Yeah, because she should have been in that women's world title level.
Yeah, at least in interaction with them. She didn't even have like an interaction with Britt Baker or anyone. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. Now they doing it. They try to mix everybody on that, but we'll get to AEW in a little bit. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy for Jade. I like to see her have a good reign, be dominant because I said, I love her moves. Like we were saying, the choke slam was beautiful, the power bombs and all that, and the Jaded is that move set right there. Continue with that. Continue to develop her in ring because that's where she's weakest at a little bit. But like I said, the look, the style, and everything that's goes without saying for Jade. Uh, but I go back to Raw about this tournament that's going on
Oh,
with the face John Cena.
yeah.
Who do you? We have two matches that's been announced by what's that? Adam Pearce and Rusev versus Damian Priest and Sheamus versus Shinsuke. Those are the first two matches. A lot of people say, "Oh, okay." People kind of underwhelmed by those matches. I think they're still gonna be good matches. That's what I'm looking forward to for this tournament. Like some great matches. Put some great matches on television.
Yeah, you
But
know
I
what? You're absolutely right. That should be the thing because what should come out of this is two things: good matches and stories.
yeah.
Because you got to have. I hear Damian Priest's name, and I'm thinking to myself, "Wow, talk about somebody who needs a story or a character or
Yeah.
something." Because right now he is just floating on this Aleister Black thing, and I feel like
Hmm.
it may be helping Aleister Black more than Damian Priest, especially since Damian lost and he's coming back again.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm looking
He talk,
forward to the good matches, but I mean, it's still a believe Gunther's going to win this thing, though, right?
he's it's a high chance. It's a high chance. And for me, the ambassador was talking about like everybody on the show giving their top three who could be in it and who could win it. And I kind of agree with what he was saying. Trick, Gunther, or Oba. I think Oba and Trick could be great on the main roster if used correctly, of course. Which I mean, that goes without saying. You got to use it. It would be nice if you used everybody correctly
Yeah.
in the right role. But these two are like undeniable for me. If you mess these two up, it's just like you just ain't trying. Because Trick could talk. He's great in his heel role. He's about to have this last man standing match with Ricky Starks. So he's been
Saints.
great. Oh shoot. Yeah, I thought I had it right too.
Yeah.
Lord, I thought I had that right. Ricky Saints.
Yeah.
Uh, he does a great doing great with that, but I think he's outgrown NXT. And so he's had a few moments on Raw, SmackDown, or whatever. This man can talk. In ring is continues to get better. Had put on pretty good matches, and he did great in NXT. Did great with the TNA Championship. And it's time for the main roster. Oba, the ruler. You ain't even got to say that much. That man is beyond ready.
Yeah, we know how you feel about Uber. You want him to just kind of
If
come
you
in
mess
and
Oba
crush.
up, oh boy.
You'd be happy if
And
you came in here and crushed Dragon off of that U.S. title and just kind of ran Ruckshaw with it for a year or two, huh?
hey, do your thing. Hey, I mean, the world champions ain't got that many contenders that's believable. Let's get Oba up in there. I wouldn't be mad if you got one of them. So if you're talking to me, but that is what it is. But Gunther was the rumored winner of this whole thing. Um, and another thing everybody's hyped about with the tournament, since Cena said people who don't even work for this company, everybody's thinking, oh man, maybe we do have a chance of Edge coming in.
Why not just it be, someone from TNA,
Yeah,
Triple A?
yeah. I mean,
Why would you
I
bring
just, I just
Edge
don't.
in not to win though? Like if he
I
comes
know.
in, he's got to win.
Yeah, he got to win if he come in. He got to win because if Edge come in just to lose and we don't get to see the match, ain't no point.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I could.
would you be happy if Gunther win this tournament and fought Cena for his last match?
I don't know who else it will be. The only other person who I can see, because it has to be someone who's going to be a dominant force. So not Gunther, it'd be Oba.
Yeah.
If not him, I don't know who.
So make a star.
Austin Theory.
Oh,
Did you hear the thing that it was supposed
hey.
to be Austin Theory? And so whatever Logan Paul did, it was supposed to be Austin Theory instead, but it went with Logan Paul.
Wow. Well, I mean, they can still do Austin Theory though. They still could get him in
Mm.
there.
Yeah, I don't
But
think that's a. I don't think he's
but
a.
I just don't. Boy,
I don't think he's a Triple H guy.
right? I don't know what's going on. I
I
thought
don't think
Austin
so.
Theory had almost it. Like I thought he had it all.
Well, not to
Um,
everyone.
yeah,
But I don't know, honey. Maybe he's just not that good.
maybe not. I don't know. I thought he was on his way. I thought he was on his way. Him and on Grayson Waller. If they separated and actually had that feud, but that they wasted that. But either way, but as far as this tournament, you have 210A. I know, like I said, Joe Hendry, Moose would be
Yeah, so you could
interesting,
do
I guess.
Moose. You could do I don't know. You know TNA roster. They got Matt Cardona.
Hey, that's what I was just thinking about. I was literally about to just say that.
There you
Matt
go.
Cardona, like I said,
Dolph
NXT.
Ziggler.
Yeah, but I don't think Dolph want to do it. I feel like Dolph wouldn't want to do it.
He shouldn't have to do it.
He shouldn't have to. I said, but I just don't think he wants to at all. But it could be some exciting names. Like I said, it just people are ready to see some names they didn't think would be there. I think that's what people are so excited about right now. Yeah, they think it's going to be good matches probably with who's announced. Well, for the certain match that's announced already, they want to see um, surprises. People want to be
Well,
surprised right now and excited about who the possibilities. Just like Zaki was talking about last episode, this match was if you win this, it'll be shown forever.
oh, if
And
you beat Cena.
it can propel you to like the highs of WWE. It's almost like it's not exactly almost like beating the streak or competing for the streak against Undertaker before it was beaten already. But even though Brock didn't need it, but either way, you know what I'm saying.
Brock, yeah, Brock. No, I get what you're saying. The way they built it up, right? It was going to be a big thing because Bray Wyatt had beaten the streak.
Oh, that would have been
Yeah, exactly.
that
Right?
was the correct person to do it. I'm gonna continue to say that. I'm gonna stay on him down that hill.
Not Randy
Bray
Orton.
Wyatt should have beat the streak, but
Not Legend Killer Randy Orton.
no. I mean, it would have made sense. It would have made sense. I ain't gonna lie, but Bray Wyatt, new face of fear. It's the same kind of gimmick, or in the same realm. And so I thought he would take over that spot, and it made sense. And he carried that the build to that match for Undertaker at WrestleMania 31. And
Not the
so
big dog.
huh?
Not the big dog.
The streak
big
was already
dog.
beaten. The streak was already beaten by then. So I mean, I cheered for Roman Reigns in that just to spite everybody. But I still like Roman Reigns at that time either way. But
Oh wow,
Bray
you
Wyatt should
did?
have been the one.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. Bray Wyatt should have been the one. I get what you're saying. This Cena match is a big deal for anyone. So that's why it's like you got to pick the right person. You got to pick someone who is a
Yeah.
guaranteed shot or who is going to be the future face of your company.
Right.
Is that going
And
to be
that's why
Gunther?
Gunther is made. He's been world champion. We see him as a definite threat to anybody. But we need somebody who's going to come in because not everybody watches NXT, and so why not have Obafemi come in, dominate the tournament, and dominate Cena, and be shown forever in that moment, and have Cena either raise his arm or whatever, and because Cena's going to be stay in the ring, and before his last match, they're going to stand an ovation for
Milk
him
that
after
moment.
that.
Yeah.
But put over Oba before you do that. And have Oba walk out, show his respect, walk out. But he beat Cena. And then that moment shows, and that elevate him to even bigger moments. Maybe even a big chance for him to a big pick for the Royal Rumble or anything.
Yeah, I get you.
Another go ahead.
Oh, I'm about to say it comes down to. So here's the deal. I don't disagree with anything you're saying at all. I agree with a lot of it. It's just the concern of it is how you go about it. You remember when Chris Jericho lost to Action Andretti? That was supposed to be a pretty big deal. But it's like, do you have a plan for this person afterwards?
After it's the follow-up.
That's right. And that's what you had this big moment. You take pictures, you got all this stuff, and it's like, I don't know. That's what I wonder. That's why the Gunther thing makes sense because you feel like, oh, they already know what they're gonna do with Gunther. I don't know if they even know what they're gonna do with Obafemi. I really don't.
You
I don't.
should though.
I hate to have that type of feeling, but it's really a
It sucks to
strong.
have that.
Yeah, I have a strong like a doubt, a sense of
I
doubt.
know we all nervous about Oba Trick. We know for what reasons. We know we ain't
Javon
gotta say
Evans.
it. Javon, yeah, but Oba beating Cena and winning and dominating the tournament, beating Cena, that should propel you. He don't even need that, but that would be a great start for him. He don't
It
even
would
need
be.
it. Like I said, this man is dominant in the ring, can talk on the mic, and he's a great character. He's the ruler. He came to do that. The rule WWE altogether. He did it for NXT, ruled NXT. Nobody could really beat him until it was just time for him to come on up. And he ain't been on NXT since. And so now it's time for him to do it on the main roster. And another option for this could be Cena wins the Intercontinental title from Dom, could become a Grand Slam champion, and lose it to the tournament winner.
Sheamus.
That could be another prize if you beat Cena in his last match.
Okay, yeah, I'm not mad at it. I guess it's fine. You just want to be that Grand Slam champion. That's all that is. That's what it is.
I mean, it's part of it. Hey, you see the shirt, rise above hate. You see the shirt, rise above hate.
Yeah, not about the criticism, not about the hypocrisy, though.
hey, I don't care. Cena my dude. Cena my goal. I'm just saying it. That don't take out that it'll be a great option to do.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Because my other option with the Intercontinental title was Cena beats Dom in Boston this coming Raw. And then loses it back to Dom in San Diego at Survivor Series. Dom's, hometown.
Why don't we just have Cena beat Punk for the 18th time and it just becomes a world title match?
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time, a good moment. Hey, I don't care. Cena get 18. Nobody really catching that. Then, hey, I'll be good with it. I'm good with it for sure.
Yeah, I bet there is no objection.
No objection from me. I'm biased by John Cena, my GOAT, so I don't care. But I'm just saying it just makes sense because he wants to fight Dom anyway.
Yeah, I guess they're going to have that match. They having that match at Survivor Series?
I don't know. I say he should egg Dom on at this coming Raw in Boston and tell him, and you won't put the title on the line with you, the Intercontinental title, and Dom been defending that title now. He been defending champion.
Yeah, he has been. But he also had like the Americanos help him at almost every title defense. So it ain't like he's sitting here.
Not every time. He been cheating his way to a win.
Oh yeah, this past Saturday's main event, he did the bell thing. That was pretty.
Yeah,
clever.
He been using the bell hammer. He been doing all kind of stuff. But Cena's gonna be ahead of all that stuff, and Cena could win in Boston, in his hometown, pretty much. And then, like I said, just lose it back to Dom at Survivor Series. Or, like I said,
just have it Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, have it for a prize for the winner at Saturday main event. That's like I said, the moment is there for Cena's last match, and you could beat Cena's last match, and that's gonna be shown forever. And you can win any kind of title and propel you, further up the card, and have you for the next few years. You're one of the guys. One of those top guys. From when this went alone, you could be that. That's the history this can make.
Wow. I guess Cena is the greatest of all time, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man.
That's a whole nother discussion.
Hey, we're gonna have some discussion. We're gonna have to dedicate a whole show to my guy.
Oh wow, we're doing that. I swear to you. So this is something I just Saturday night's main event. You mentioned how the last one didn't have as much fanfare as previous.
Yeah.
With this one that's coming up, are they going to have any other matches, or is it just going to be like a whole John Cena see-through, and then the final thing is the match?
Hey, I don't know. I mean, it'd be great if they did have some, must-see matches because everybody's going to tune in for Cena's last match, so they're going to pretty much watch this whole show. I'm assuming, at least. And so whatever you show on this Saturday night's main event, it's going to have eyes watching. You're going to have eyes on it. So whatever moment you want to bring to add to this show, put it on there.
They should load.
Even though I know Cena's going to be the biggest moment either, no matter what. And whoever beat, if they beat Cena, that'll be the biggest thing. But you still could showcase something on this show.
Cena goes out in a 10-minute match.
Hey, I mean, Cena,
Does he lose the match?
I would think he does, just to put over the next star. That's what I'm saying. Make this the next star. And if it's Gunther, okay, maybe. I like Gunther, but he's already made for me.
There's nothing else Gunther can do to really impress you, huh?
No, because I mean his fighting style is just great. He can use any move to beat you. He's a great heel. It's like the big guy is so dominant that it's a struggle to beat him because he's so vicious and whatnot. So he's like I said, we've talked about before. He's the type to lose at a big show. He holds the title. He the title 80% of his WWE career.
Run. Yeah.
And so we know what type of guy he is. He could also talk on the mic. We know him. Let's get to know somebody else and make somebody else. You need stars, man.
New people. Yeah, definitely. It helps.
Yeah. Like I said, if you're not gonna give me Edge, give me Oba. That's what I say. I'm just saying.
I don't think it's gonna be Edge.
Yeah, I got high hopes.
I know a lot of people do. I can't see it being Edge.
I don't know, but like I said, if he fights Dom, getting in the Continental title, and then fights Oba at Saturday main event, I'll be great with this farewell tour. I'll wait the next few shows, last few shows for Cena. I think those will be great to end it with. Because he had some great matches the second half of this farewell tour, from Cody to AJ, and then Sammy, not Brock Lesnar, and he have a great match with Dom, and back and forth with Oba. I mean that's good for me.
So we just gonna. So how do you feel about the heel turn, the heel run?
It started great. It was a great moment. They lost their way with it. And the only thing
I still wonder if they had a way.
Yeah, I don't know. They lost their way because I guess they thought, like say, Rock was going to be involved. And like I said, he only had to come and be at 1 or 2 shows. He could have made that. I feel like he could have made that. Don't put Travis Scott in the mix of it, and that could have been a good run. But the only thing I got, hyped for was, the 17th world title reign. He broke the record. I was happy with that. I enjoyed the match with CM Punk he had. Match with Randy Orton was okay. Just a lot of stuff involved, a lot of people involved in that ending, but other than that, the R-Truth thing, like Ron Cena was funny. But they could have did better with it. But he switched it up when he did that because everybody wanted to cheer him anyway. He switched it up and had an amazing match with Cody. And ever since then, besides the Brock Lesnar match, of course, I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't care. It's been great. It's been great for him. And like I said, those last few things, if he does those last few things, it'll be ended right. Like I said, you can't deny his whole career. That's what he told Triple H. If we do the last page of this book bad, it don't count against the 400 pages of greatness that he done had before it. But we still want to end it. We still want to end on a good note.
Yeah, you would hope so. And I mean, that's usually how wrestling goes. You got this long story career. Hell, that's how sports go. I'm sitting here looking at, you had John Elway. Not John Elway. What's that guy's name? Joe Montana. 49ers quarterback. He ended in the Chiefs. Emmitt Smith. Horribly with the Cardinals. Jordan with the Wizards. It wasn't that bad. He played all 82 games. He still averaged 20-some-odd points, but it wasn't a great ending.
Yeah. I mean, Kobe went out well. His tour.
Well,
and that's what you want to do. Kobe had a great tour. Huh? Yeah, the last game, yeah.
Okay, because he didn't make the playoffs.
No, I mean, it ain't about that. It's just he went to every city and they dedicated something to Kobe in every city. And he got the wave. This is my last tour. And that's what John Cena's doing. And so, but the thing is, John Cena got that 17th championship in this last year. And he could be a Grand Slam champion also. And we're looking for that last match to be what Kobe's, or it was a 60-point game. That's what we're looking for. We want that 60-point game of Kobe's last game, and John Cena's last match. That's what I'm comparing. That's what I want.
He took a lot of shots.
Hey, he got
against a
it.
against a bad Utah team who didn't even make the
Man,
playoffs that
stop
year.
downplaying my boy. Stop downplaying my boy. R.I.P. Kobe, man. Come
I
on now.
love Kobe, I do, but boy, let's that
That was a great game. I was hyped that whole.
they
I
gave
remember
him
that
a
moment.
ring at the very end of it, like he won a championship. It was a
Hey,
whole
yeah, I
thing. It
felt
was
like
a
it. I
whole
felt like he
thing.
won the
You
championship.
had to have been there to see it.
I ain't gonna never forget that, bro. And I don't want to ever forget his last match and these last few moments with my goat.
I hear.
So
We'll see.
we'll see. We'll see. But we got other tournaments in other companies.
Oh
And so
yeah.
let's talk about
Oh, this
AEW
can
and what's
find.
going on with this women's tag team title tournament.
Yeah. So most recently, this past AEW, you had Athena and Mercedes Monet
Mm-hmm.
versus Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale in a very good match, but surprisingly, and I do mean surprisingly, yeah, Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron won because actually we projected that it was going to be Tony Storm and
And
Mia
Mina
Shirokana, Mina, I can't say their names, Mina
Shirakawa.
Shirakawa and Athena and Mercedes. Hang on a second, because I can't find a bracket.
Oh well, yeah,
At least not an up to date one.
I think that would have been a great finals.
Maybe it keeps
And if Mercedes had got that, that would have been so amazing. And I
would have
say
been a
that
lot.
because
Oh,
because Mercedes, or formerly Sasha Banks, they were the first WWE Tag Team Champions with Bailey. Well, she was the first WWE Tag Team Champions with Bailey. And if she would have got this also, the first tag team titles in AEW for the women, I thought that would have been amazing too.
yeah,
But
would have been stacking. Here we go.
yeah, but such is life. It didn't go down that way. They did, I guess that wasn't on their mind. So they got another you know booking for this.
This is the best I
Um
could find. I couldn't find a picture bracket like I could the last time.
oh, it's all good.
So you got the Sisters of Sin, which is Julia Hart versus Sky Blue. They'll be taking on the Babes of Wrath, which I actually like that name.
Mm,
Another key thing we got to keep in mind is Megan Bain lost her partner, Penelope Ford,
yeah.
Penelope Cruz, Penelope
Marina.
Ford.
Also Marina got in there, yeah.
Yeah, Marina went and took her place, which is interesting because John Moxley is, I don't know, it feels like he's kind of planting a little seed of Megan joining.
Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy. It might
what
help her, but
Alex?
that'd be a lot of people in that group. But
Well, I mean, look at the Don Callis family, right? You need numbers,
yeah,
and you know
I got
Don Callis set up a new challenge with Mark Briscoe.
yeah,
Yeah, when Briscoe loses, he joins the Don Callis family.
Lord. I got something to say about that too. And while we're here, before I forget, AEW has a problem of trying to do too much or putting too much in one thing. We got
Mm,
too many people in factions, and we got too many belts going on.
mm.
All right, come on, bro.
Slow something down.
Slow something down. Switch it up. I mean, or split something up because
Um, oof.
because you
It is a
got
lot of titles.
yeah.
Mm.
But well, let me make sure something. Before we get to the new title that they did bring in for this tournament, do you see? Is it better for a new team with women on the lower card of the women's division to get this to boost them up, or would it be better to start it off with some known names, some higher ranking names to be the inaugural champions?
Oh, I'll be honest with you. When they first announced the women's tag championship, I honestly thought this was Megan Baines and Penelope Ford's titles to lose. I thought this was built for them because they were the only ones who started to even resemble anything like a tag team before this even became a thing.
Yeah.
So when they finally did announce they were going to do tag team titles, I was like, okay, well, that's the best ones you can give it to. So yeah, I honestly think if anyone should, well, they're not in it now. It's now Mega Bain and Marina Shafir. So that doesn't change my pick because I kind of feel like they can still win. To
Mm-hmm.
answer your question, yes, they should give it to someone like that. Your not Ty Mellows, but to your like Babes of Wrath, right? Yeah, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron. Yeah, Sisters of Sin, Julia Hart, Sky Blue. People like that should win it. People who have either been TBS champion or no champion at all should win this thing.
Okay. Because like I said, it's just those two ways it could go. Because I kind of say somebody who has a name, and then they should win it first. I'm going opposite with it because that other team that doesn't have that much of a name, they could beat them for the titles later, have a story, and then beat them for the titles later, and then they could say, "Oh, we're more up the card because we beat this team because they have such a name. So now it'll get us up there, and we could have our own, dominating reign, or back and forth, kind of like Brodito's doing. Nobody thought they would. That'll be a team. That's a kind of odd couple team, but they've struck lightning in a bottle with that team, and so they're getting over it and putting the tag team division on a higher level. I feel like, and so maybe somebody in the women's division for the tag teams can do the same thing.
Yeah, the only reason why it works in the Bedino or the Brodito scenario because again, for me, it's the quantity of wrestlers.
Yeah.
You have so many. In the women's division, you don't have a lot. And one of my big things right now in WWE is Alexa Bliss and Charlotte are tied up in the tag team division and they can't compete for the bigger title. So now we're going to have Jade Cargill versus a bunch of nobodies when she could be going against Charlotte right now. But she's in the tag team. And it's like, I don't want to have my big stars tied up in the tag team division when I don't have a large mid card. But I do have a mid card. And at the very least, if I'm going to have a tag title, I'll at least have that mid card fight for that until I can figure out who I can pull from the mid card because that could be their test. That's another key thing about tag teams. We always talk about do Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels of the team. Yeah, I guess to some degree, every tag team is going to have that. And if you do it with mid card talent, you may be able to find your Shawn Michaels a little bit faster. Theory, I don't know. Maybe it's not true, but that's why I would go with the approach. I'm not saying the big star name isn't bad because that is a good way to get the title off the ground. Look at the Intercontinental title for the women. It was nice when Lyra had it, but Becky really is helping that belt. And it's giving it a lot more credence, especially compared to the U.S. title. So there's some truth to what you're saying. It's just I'm not a big fan of tag titles in the women's division.
I know.
So if I have to do it, I'm going to do it with the mid-carders.
Okay. I mean, like I said, they could try to make it work either way. But like I said, you just want those titles, have a name and like I said, right off the bat.
Yeah.
And so
I get it. It's like what they did with Raw. I mean, with WWE, they gave it to Sasha and Bailey, right?
Yeah.
But the Iconics could have won it. But I mean, I personally thought it was going to be the Bella Twins that win it first. Because I thought that would be the big names you would do.
Yeah. But I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Sasha and Bailey were the inaugural champions, but then, like you said, the Iconics won it at a big show, which was WrestleMania that year. Yep. And so it kind of put them on a higher pedestal for a little bit. And I was surprised they was let go. They were such an entertaining team for me.
I don't know why they were let go. It's just they were still. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they still been doing anything in TNA recently, so I'm still happy they continuing with wrestling. I thought they was going to stop for a bit, but they get back into it and they're doing anything in TNA, like I said. But that brings us to the new title. What's it called? The International National Title. It used to be a NWA championship. It's it brings Tony Khan some nostalgia back, and so that's why I guess he brought it into this. But
it's the national championship, just for the record. It's not exactly the same title as the one in NWA. It's just their version of it. Although when MVP talked about it, he talked about the NWA version of it.
Yeah. Was names like what? Dusty and
Larry Zbyszko, Tully Blanchard, Ted DiBiase had this championship. Well, the NWA rendition of it.
Yeah, of course.
Got to say that.
Yeah.
Jack Briscoe, Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff or Paul Orndorff. I don't know. Yeah. Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah. Are they bringing this title just for Bobby Lashley? Do you
Probably.
Think?
Yeah. Because they don't want to take the title off of Hangman.
Yeah.
They're not about to take the title off of Okada. And Bobby needs a title.
He
It
do
can't
because
be the TBS. Can't
that
be the
man
TNT
too big
title.
and too dominant to be not to be a champion.
And he can't just be tag champion the whole time because that you can't. You're not
Nobody.
helping anyone that way.
Nobody.
So yeah, we got to create a belt to make this thing make sense.
I'm telling you. But the only thing that's so messed up in AEW is that all of these belts are in the same ecosystem. It's on all they all
Yeah,
around
like
each other. They overlap each other.
which
Thing
title
is,
is the bigger title?
right. And no people gonna scream, "Oh, WWE has more titles than AEW does," but they also have separate ecosystems.
Yeah,
Raw,
that's Raw,
SmackDown,
SmackDown, NXT,
NXT. It's a lot
Evolve.
of belts still over in WWE, but they're separated.
Yeah,
So it still pretty much makes sense. And they have like I don't know if they got a big roster AEW, but they still got a big roster over there. So they kind of need some of those titles. There's still a lot of titles no matter what, but like I said, having them different ecosystems makes it more palatable.
it's the brand split. It's the
Yeah.
concept of the brand split itself. People question whether or not the brand split is a good thing or bad thing. When
Bob
you
Holly.
have this many titles, you kind of have to.
Yeah. And for people to get they enough shine, because you can have everybody on the same show, but everybody going you about to start letting some people go then.
Yeah, eventually.
Because you're gonna put your big stars on both shows, tire them out, and then you ain't gonna have no room for the mid carders, the lower carders who trying to move up.
Yes, you got to
And
be kind of wise about it. So I mean, it's not the same thing to say WWE has a lot of titles. Yeah, they do, but it's not the same because with AEW you just have Dynamite that is also part of Collision because it's all technically in the same system, although it's separate events because I can't explain it, but anyway. But I mean, it's all in the same show, so it doesn't. How do I know who? If I'm an AEW wrestler and I want to make a name for myself, do I even go after the TBS title? Should I try to be Kyle Fletcher or should I try to beat Okada? Like, who has the bigger title for me to make a bigger name for myself? I guess I
right,
don't know.
all those titles, it depends on who got the belt, who's the bigger star out of here. It
Like,
ain't
should I
about
even
the.
go
It's
for the
not
world
about the
title?
championship. It's about who's holding them.
Yeah, I guess it is. Because I mean, those sound like big names in the end of it. I mean, Kyle Fletcher ain't no walk in the park.
He ain't
Okada definitely easy.
like Kyle Fletcher is the next up, pretty much. He had his shot at the world championship, but that was just a test for him, and he did pretty good. But he's holding the TNT championship, so he can continue to hold that until they just bring him back up to that when he's really ready for the heavyweight championship. So, but
So, can we talk about this for a second?
what's up?
Can we talk about that picture after Saturday night's main event?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hold on. Let me finish that point though. It's
Yeah.
just you just gotta look at all the titles. I just want to say you look at all the titles because you got the world title, TNT, unified title now,
Oh
and not a
yeah.
national title, the women's tag team titles, TBS championship, and regular tag team titles, and the trios titles. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but with it all being on like one show, it is like. And then you got to add in the Ring of Honor championships.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So you said AW World. There's a Continental Championship and the Internationals, but that's a unified title. So that's
Yeah, it's
two.
unified title.
Then you have the national title. I mean, then the TNT Championship. Then you had the World Tag Team Championship and the trios titles.
Yeah, yeah,
And then you have the AEW Women's Championship and the TBS title and the Women's Tag Team Championship.
yeah. Is
How
it?
many
And
titles?
then
That 1, 2, 3,
it's
4,
like 8,
5,
right?
6, 7. Yes, eight titles.
8 titles on in one ecosystem, plus not to mention Ring of Honor championships
Yeah,
that
which
are
I didn't get
shown all the
into.
time.
I didn't want to get into
Plus
that.
maybe New Japan championships that are shown, you know, every now and again.
CMLL.
Yeah,
And
CMLL.
then Mercedes and herself.
Mercedes championship just by herself, 12
Yeah, just by
titles.
herself, right? She's showing up with
So
12 of them.
so it's almost like a parody every time they
Of
announce something
wrestling.
new. Yeah. It's like everybody got a title.
It is like a parody of wrestling. Like if
Yeah.
wrestling had to be the most over the top thing, that was CM.
It's
That's
it's
what
like
AEW will present.
it's like having like somebody on the 2K game and like it's all those champions. You see all those champions on the 2K game, and then we fight for all these titles on here. We doing we doing it all. We have a league. We fight for all the titles. So it just seems like too much. So, but we'll see how they play it off. Like I said, hopefully Bobley does get the title, but it just I don't know. But back to what you were trying to speak on a little while ago is the picture after Saturday night's main event showing.
Yeah, which I can't find right now for some reason.
We
Whoever
know
was in that.
we know if you know you know. We had Cody Rhodes, who is the WWE champion, the newly crowned World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk, the NXT champion and Ricky Saints, and Miss Jade Cargill, who's the new women's WWE champion.
Yeah,
All former AEW talent. Now
and
over
that's not even
here,
counting Monroe and Ethan Page.
Blake Monroe, not counting Blake Monroe that wasn't in the picture, and Ethan Page,
Yeah,
who are both the North American men's and women's champions on NXT. So all these AEW talents, and people gonna say, "Oh, Cody and CM Punk, they was already in WWE first." I get that, but Cody built AEW, so that's why that's so important right there. That's why that's mentioned like that. CM Punk built up AEW to a higher level as far as attendance and
ticket sales.
and
It was the
ticket sales
highest
ratings.
Yeah,
So and he came back. He came back to AEW to say, "I'm back in wrestling."
He came back to wrestling in AEW, right? He was out of wrestling as a whole.
Right. He came back to wrestling in AEW, and now he's back over to WWE. So I get what y'all saying. Yeah, they didn't start there, but they were still big monuments of that company. And they were all champions over there. But
yeah. I mean, Punk was a champion for about like an hour because he kept getting hurt. And Cody was never world champion. Jay was TBS champion. Ricky Starks was the FTW champion, the tag champion.
Yeah.
Ethan Page was the TNT champion. Blake Monroe or Mariah May. I still like Mariah May. I hate that
Mariah
Blake
May was
Monroe.
better. Yeah, she was the women's AEW.
She was the women's world champion.
Yeah. So,
but here's the question, right? So it's like, here's the thing. I saw this said online. If you are a wrestler, why would you go to the Performance Center? Why not just make a name for yourself in AEW and then go to WWE? Because in that way, you may not have to worry. You may go to NXT, but you don't have to worry about the trial and error of a Performance Center tryout.
I mean, you get in wherever you can get in. It depends on, like I said, the people will get into WWE several different ways, and we talked about it, like either from the Indies, the NIL. What's called NIL, right?
Well, that's college football. WWE ID.
WWE ID now. I know you call it
NIL is just in college. That's name, image, likeness. That's just in sports. But my thing is, I know you get in different ways, but my point is, of all the different ways, wouldn't the best way to be through AEW? Is AEW pipeline to WWE?
It can be. Like I said,
look at the top champions
It's just another way to get. If that's your final goal to be WWE, then you could say that. But some people get in where they could get in and be on just to get them eyes on you, be on that national level.
That's why you go to AEW. You ain't gonna be on the national level if you're going to the PC. Ain't gonna put you on a national level.
But it can lead there.
It could.
I mean, look how fast some of these people are getting up in the ranks. Obafemi wasn't there that long until he won that contract, got the North American title, and he been on that rocket ever since because he's taking advantage of these opportunities. Like I was saying earlier, take advantage of opportunities that they're giving you on camera.
Yeah, I hear you.
As long as you're doing that, they're gonna put you.
Obafemi also lost to Ricky Starks too, though.
Oh, that's because he on his way out. He on the way to the main roster.
I hear what you're saying, but
if he went on his way to the main roster, he would have beat Ricky Saints.
There's a lot of people you could have lost to.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't know if he was the best person. I don't know. I thought Javon Evans had it.
Yeah, I know.
But it is what it is. I ain't mad at Ricky Saints. I think he's absolute. Hey. But
I like Ricky Saints too. It's just that I can't see him beating someone like Hobbs either. I think he did. I think he did actually beat Hobbs.
I think so too. But hey, you gotta be crafty. I don't. He found a way. He focused on the head of Obafemi and hit a bunch of DDTs and
That
he
seems to
found
be
his
his
way.
finisher now, because that's how he beat who he just defended his title against? At, the Halloween
Trick,
Havoc. Who did Ricky Saints
Trick,
defend his title against? Who?
Trick.
Trick Williams. Yeah, he beat him with the tornado DDT.
Yeah. So and he just had a strategy and it worked. But and I put on TikTok a lot of people. I ruffled a lot of feathers saying, "Did Tony Khan fumble these talents?" I was asking the question really, but I didn't say he did. But people are saying that. That's why I put it out
Well,
there.
what do you think? Do you think he did?
No, I mean
I'll put you on
he
the
didn't
spot.
showcase them all the right way, and they all wasn't able to get along.
Well, hold on a second. Who booked Cody out of the world title picture?
I don't know whose decision that was. I mean,
Cody.
he said it on screen.
That was his decision. He made that call. He said he made that call. I think even before the company started.
Yeah, and that's something he shouldn't have done. Just like the Young Bucks probably shouldn't have tried to get their way out of the tag team titles, even though they ended up winning those eventually. But they tried to put over other talents before they started doing it, and that's the same thing Cody was doing.
I know, but
And
hold
so
on,
he tried to
hold
book
on, hold
himself
on,
out
hold
of
on,
it.
hold on. The whole point is, fumble, right? I think
Yeah.
Cody fumbled Cody. That's what I think.
I mean,
Did they fumble Punk? There was a lot going on there.
it's a lot going on. It was
So
just
it's
a
like, I
question.
don't know. Because Punk
It
didn't
just
get along with a lot of people either. Because
and-
he didn't really have to get into that press conference talking about the Colt Cabana thing. Nobody even
but
asked
he was
about
asked
that.
about it.
Who asked about that? He came up there and immediately started talking about it.
I remember dude asked him some questions about that though.
No, there was no. First thing he did, trust me, I've seen this thing 1,000 times. He's the first person who was going to ask him a question. He said, "Oh, you're friends with whatever Colt Cabana's real name," and it's like,
Well,
yeah,
that's why, because he knew that guy.
But
and
the thing is,
yeah,
no question was being asked about it. And
but
even then, the guy said
asked
he
the
knew
question.
him, but he knew him from like a past life. Like, yeah, I knew him because we used to do improv. That was like 1,000 years ago. He's a wrestler now.
He probably, it probably the reason he did it. Like I said, I don't think Tony Khan necessarily fumbled, but even if saying that, it's still not totally negative. You're not going. It's like I told somebody on TikTok. You're not going to hit a touchdown with everybody. It's okay.
Joe.
You still that don't mean you're a bad company or a bad CEO or manager, whatever it is. But even though people say Tony's a matchmaker and not a booker, I mean it's not terrible because Jay still had TBS championship, had a great reign. It just now got beaten by Mercedes.
What a great reign!
I mean a long reign. I mean she was still successful.
Okay.
She was still successful in AEW, but she should have did more. So that's kind of a fumble in a way because she should have went against Britt Baker in that time. But either way, Ricky Saints, he had the FTW championship. What does that mean? We don't know.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. It was weird. Ricky had a lot of stop and go, and then the Punk thing happened, and he had there was a moment where Collision was a really good show, and he had a feud with Punk, and then it transitioned to the feud with Bryan Danielson because Punk got fired, but it still had Ricky the Dragon Steamboat involved. That was a whole series of good events. I will admit that. And he had a good tag team title run with Can't Teach That. Big Cass. That guy. Big Bill, yeah. He had a good tag team title run with him that they ended up having to. Him and Big Bill was supposed to fight Jericho and Omega. And then Omega got the diverticulitis, and that totally threw things off.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a lot of stop and go with Ricky Starks. It wasn't a consistent thing.
Yeah, and like I said, we talked about the Punk thing, backstage issues, and people thought Punk was going to do the same thing back in WWE, but it's been smooth sailing since he's been there.
They need to put fire into his character though, because his character. I'll tell you right now, outside of the Drew McIntyre thing, CM Punk's best feud has been with MJF since coming back to wrestling.
MJF.
And I mean, even including the Drew McIntyre thing, it's still the MJF. That's still his best storyline, his best feud, because it just, I don't know, maybe it was Raw, because MJF is a very, in your face kind of character, so it kind of forces the thing out of you.
Yeah.
But I don't know, something needs to push Punk to another level of intensity. Because he just seems so bleh.
So happy to be here.
Yeah, I don't care about having to be here.
The reason I guess he's trying to make good with everybody. He don't want to fight with anybody backstage. He want to be because it's
I'm
kind
not
of the way
saying fight
he.
with it. I'm not saying Phil Brooks needs to get into a beef.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
CM Punk, the character, needs to get
yeah.
into a beef. Let
I don't
him get
know.
into it with Adam Pearce or something. I don't know.
Possibly, maybe he do better as a heel. I don't know.
Like he'll just
But I mean,
edgy.
to me, Punk came back to wrestling. I think he had, like I said, great thing with MJF. I think he did good with Moxley and Hangman, and WWE wise, Drew and Seth Rollins. I think those been the two
Mm,
great, back and forth for him. I think those
I
the best things
guess.
he's done since he been back. Those five opponents since he's been back
I
in
don't know
wrestling.
because my only thing with the Seth Rollins thing is that doesn't have enough heat behind it. Because again, what is Seth Rollins' real beef with CM Punk? You didn't call me 50 years ago, and it's
No,
like
it's that, and then like I said, he was just trashing WWE, and Seth Rollins gonna stand for WWE no matter what.
I know, but now it's not even about that anymore. Like it's bypassed all of that stuff, and now it's just now I'm just here to make you miserable. And so for what reason? I feel like he is just annoying Punk, but it's not like making Punk angry. If that makes sense.
I mean, him cashing in on Punk like that at
Yeah, but I mean,
SummerSlam, I
okay.
think that really, come on now.
Yeah, he got his title shot, and now he's a champion. And it's like,
Yeah, I
and I
mean,
get it
look,
because he got
and
hurt. He got hurt, so we can't really see how
yeah,
it's going to
so
play out.
right, that's still that story still has some heat behind it.
All it does, it's just, I just Punk is not. He's boring. Like
Oh,
even with that heat, he's still. That's the thing. That story has heat, and he's still coming off cold.
I don't know. I like I said, he just need that.
Rollins was giving it his all. Just Punk's just showing up.
No,
I need that title
I
like I
think I
need
think
air
Punk
to
doing good.
breathe. Okay, Punk.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, he wasn't going. That's what he was going to say to Jay, because he liked Jay. But if somebody he has a blood feud with, he's gonna be into it. He's gonna
Mm,
give more than that. I think
yeah.
he held back in that promo with Jay Uso,
Okay. We'll see.
because you
He's
see
the
how
world
he was.
champ now.
And like I
Oh,
said,
you're talking about AEW.
depending on his opponent, because you see he was talking junk about the Rock, and that was very interesting. It got everybody talking, but the Rock ain't showing up.
Yeah, I don't see why you. Why even mention the
So
Rock? It ain't like he's Beetlejuice. You call his name, he ain't gonna appear. Like
he
that
ain't Joe
ain't.
Hendry, huh?
He's the opposite of that.
He ain't Joe Hendry. Say his name and
No.
he'll appear. I don't know. It's a lot that could be done better, like of course, but people got hype over that picture and everything. But like I said, WWE is on a down period right now, and like I said, maybe they pick it up. Like I said, it's supposed to pick up by Robo time, like always, to WrestleMania. So we'll see, and that's probably next time it'll be really interesting, just to see where they go. But we got Survivor Series coming up with War Games, building these teams. Um, but before that, what Blood and Guts? I'm talking about we back on WWE. Let me finish
Oh
AEW
yeah,
real quick.
Blood
We
and
got Blood and
Guts is
Guts
coming
next
up.
week.
Oh, it is next
Um,
week. Yeah, I might be going to that show. I'm thinking about it. It's going to be
hey,
close by, maybe an hour or so away. Queen Amidala is not going to make the roster. She's going to miss this one because she's legitimately hurt.
oh okay,
So I
that's
don't know who the
why they
replacement
lost.
is going to be.
Oh man, who's all in the? You know who all is in the matches? Because I know Kyle O'Reilly and what's the dude name with his team? He's team with Roger Strong. They in
Yeah,
the
or the
match.
undisputed. No, yeah, undisputed era. Might as well
Yeah,
call it
Roger
that.
Strong in the match. A lot of people was
Boop,
like,
boop,
"Why are
boop,
they in
boop.
there?" But I mean,
Oh, it's the because it's
because they've been
if
going back and forth
the
with Moxley.
yeah, they really have been kind of going back and forth, and he's just been having his back. And regardless of what Kyle does, Roderick Strong will always be there to have his back,
Yeah,
and I appreciate that.
yeah.
As far as who's in these matches, I don't know. Trying to see if I can find that.
Because I do want to see what's going on with that match, but I'm looking more for the full gear. See if Samoa Joe and it's Hangman again. That's always gonna be a good match, but I think they just gotta buy in time, and I don't think Joe will win, even though Joe's always believable. But we'll see what happens with it.
So here's what you have. You had the women's blood and guts is going to be Marina Shafir, Megan Bain, Mercedes Monet, and a triangle of madness that includes Julia, Sky Blue, and Tekla. That's a 6 woman. This is a 6-woman event. There's gonna be 12 people in this cage. Good lord.
No,
It's gonna be Harley Cameron, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, Mina, Tony Storm, and Willow Nightingale. So basically, all the heel women versus all the face women.
oh wow, that's gonna be a lot.
It is a lot. That is a wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And then on the men's side, it's about the same thing. You're gonna have they're
Yeah,
doing 5. Do women really have 6? That's 5, right? That's still too many.
yeah. It's a
Okay,
lot to keep
anyway.
up with. It's a lot to keep up with in one match.
Then on the men's side, you have Darby Allin, Roderick Strong, and a conglomeration that includes Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy. So yeah, that makes sense. They're going against the Death Riders, who's Claudio, Danny Garcia, John Moxley, Pac, Wheeler Yuta. So the Death Riders are in both blood and guts matches in one capacity or the other.
All right. It's
So
interesting.
that takes
but...
Mina out of that takes Marina Shafir out of possibly interfering in this match.
I just think they should have found a different time to do this because you're doing it the same month as War Games. So it's like I guess you could try to get people to compare the two, which one was better. But I don't know. I still think Moxley should have took some time off with that. As far as the women go, it is up in there who wins. I don't see how much of a blood feud it is for this type of match. But
yeah, it's not. It's just women not likely. See, it's weird because the blood feud actually is Queen Amanala and Tekla. That really is it. That's the only blood feud in this whole thing. None of these women are really that mad at each other.
Marina Shafir kind of choked out Tony Storm in commentary, but
I mean, yeah, that's building up to this match.
Yeah, just building up to the match. Yeah, they ain't really a blood
but
feud,
I mean, nothing that's really kind of been going on for over the course of a year or so.
All right, like I said, I just think they're trying to do it close to War Games and like to say, oh, we had the better match, maybe.
I'm fine with it. Lastly, on this match, you do have a non-title bout, Falls Count Anywhere, Adam Page versus Hobbs.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that though.
This is going to be in Greensboro, North Carolina, not Greenville.
Okay.
It's a little bit more of a distance.
A little bit. You think now you got to really be thinking now.
Yeah, you got to really consider this.
I mean, that's what 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think about that trip back. Like what?
What after the show? Because you know that show gonna be long, bro.
I know.
Because you know they do the Dynamite and Collision.
No, they're not doing that. Oh, they might.
Yeah,
they might.
They probably are. They're gonna do Collision with that, bro. But hey, it's a big show. It's blood and guts. It's gonna be interesting show to be at. So
no, Collision's gonna be in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
So they're just doing Dynamite.
Okay. Hey, it's a decision to be made. I call off the next day. I swear I would. For that.
Oh wow, they're gonna do Australia Grand Slam on February 14th.
Where?
In Australia.
Oh, what? Oh, you did say straight. I was thinking about my bad.
No, I'm looking at the schedule, and they have another UK show. They're gonna do 2 UK United Kingdom. They're gonna do a Dynamite and a Collision, and this is all on the road to All In London. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where they're gonna get their most tickets sold. They're trying to sell more tickets for Full Gear. I don't know if they're gonna fill that building. But we're gonna see. Last year they did like 10,000, and I think that's a 15,000 seat venue. Last year they did 10,000 for Full Gear, and they haven't hit 10,000 yet this year. But they still got some time, so we'll see how that goes.
It's in where's this place? Jersey. It's in Jersey.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a lot to be building up to, but like I said, Blood and Guts next week. Definitely we'll see how that goes. But Full Gear is what I'm looking more forward to. So we'll see. WWE got the tournament going. See who's gonna face Cena. Survivor Series coming up. Who's gonna be in these War Games? Even though I would rather a traditional 5-on-5 elimination style, but they stuck on the War Game. So we're gonna do it. Hey, and with all this, we're gonna talk about it all right here on the Champions Corner podcast. So like, subscribe, so you know when we're gonna come up and show our faces on your screen. But this has been your favorite host, Restaurant G. And the professor, Mr. BJ. Say goodbye to the people.
Have a good night, everyone.
Peace. We'll see you next time. Subscribe.